he'll do in the opening quarter if he could top his 21-point performance from Tuesday. We are ready to go. Ready to do it in Tokyo.
Happened a lot in the first game between these two teams just a couple of nights ago. A lot of penetration. That lane was porous on both ends.
Westbrook's first three.
He's used to having it from the get-go. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it to him, and as we see the two-man game there with Capella, give it to James Harden, give it to Westbrook, and let Harden spot up our other guys out on the floor that are going to have to share the basketball. You have to remain engaged.
Ibaka pivoting, turning it around and getting it over Capella for two.
You can see the defense that Nick Nurse is trying to employ this year.
Westbrook up top for Capella. And his minutes will certainly be monitored here for the preseason as Harden lifting it up again for Capella. Harden. Good ball movement from Houston. Rivers pulling up. And a nice bounce.
Gerald Green appropriately named as in always a green light.
Norman Powell takes his first shot and nails it.
As my sympathies in that it's tough to be able to gain consistency coming off the bench because your minutes vary night in and night out. But if you ask Nick Nurse, he said he's going to give him some opportunities as Rivers knocks one down.
Breather. Taylor, the 18-year vet.
There's that jumper that Siakam's been working on, ready to shoot.
There's a takeaway. Siakam all alone. Harden. It's going back on McCall for three, and he drains it.
Let's do the dance, big young fella. Raptors, good movement. Not a real post position right now, even with Gasol in the lineup.
Extra pass outside. Malcolm Miller. How's the rebound? Rockets retain. Eric Gordon driving past Anunoby and gets the lane to go.
He was asked to do it an awful lot, and at times it can be taxing to have to do it, especially when you're adjusting on the fly, so to speak. There's Russell with the knockdown. I'm still giving him those.
Westbrook 2 of 5 on three-pointers tonight. Terrence Davis.
Shoulder width of space. Little baby hook over the left shoulder, knowing Chandler was there, ready to contest.
Westbrook drives into a double team and dumps it off for Tyson Chandler.
Followed Ibaka right on his back. Russell with the good find.
Good ball movement from Toronto.
Well, he's going to want to log some minutes. He's going to have to impress Nick defensively. We know about his shooting.
Here's Russell. Kicking it outside to Gordon. Takes another one. McLemore back to Gordon.
And off to a guy who's already cocked and loaded.
Too strong from Malcolm Miller. Ibaka the easy bounce and the open bucket. Set missing on the dunk. Tries to go back on the reverse. A little more control. Norman Powell. And way off on the three.
Good defense that time. Getting a hand up, challenging that shot.
Quick pass for Fred VanVleet. He rattles into three.
VanVleet.
See Harden. Finding the open man. It's P.J. Tucker.
And cross underneath and come out the other side. Now you're running straight into the corners.
Raptors on the run, and Ibaka drowning the dunk. A lot of young players in the league should be looking to him for inspiration.
Played for Greg Marshall at Wichita State, did Mr. VanVleet when they had some tremendous success.
With the lead, 50-48.
See the attention Harden gets even off the ball.
Coming in on the runner, able to finish.
Oh, he got fouled too. You can see him lobbying.
Raptors ahead by 3. 11 points for Powell so far. The lob up to Capella. Chris Clemens taking notes. McLemore.
Bad shot. No reason to take that shot.
Here's Powell for 3, and that is good. For a guy like Malcolm Miller coming back onto the floor.
Appreciate what you did and appreciate what you're about to do. I can dig it.
Siakam loses his footing. Harden kicking it outside to Tucker. Takes the three and hits.
Fleet's going to put his name into the proceedings along with Norman Powell. That man right there with the ball as well, Anunoby.
Good pass inside to Ibaka, and Serge Ibaka finishing at the rim consistently today. Eric Gordon for three.
Challenging season he's had in the league, strictly because of double teams, something he hasn't seen on a consistent basis. He'll see now. Adjust accordingly, the read and react part of the game.
Van Fleet kicking outside to Siakam at the rim.
Rockets trying to run a flex offense, unable to even get into it.
Powell for three again.
That his coach can rely on game in and game out.
Harden now 1 for 5 on threes today. Powell, 8 seconds to shoot. Eric Gordon.
Look at Siakam.
2-on-1 and Siakam.
Not sure why he shot that, but it'll advise nonetheless.
James Harden plus the foul.
Athletic for sure, but one of those tweeners. What is his game? Not a good enough shooter to play the 2 or the 3. You want to keep the unit as cohesive, I guess is the word I'm looking for, where they're used to playing each other. Don't disrupt the unit as much as possible, as we see Chandler.
And it's taken by House. Can't convert.
Gasol's deflection started that exchange. Just unable to convert the Raptors.
Gasol trying to float it past to Hollis Jefferson. 3-point game. Just over 30 seconds to play in the third quarter. Westbrook ties it up. 7 seconds to go. 2-point Raptor lead. Here's Westbrook. Right through the lane to the cup.
Well, just get a couple more trips up and down.
Westbrook putting on the moves and finishing with the foul. He'll go to the line for a 3-point play. And it's rebounded by Davis. Terrence Davis on the crossover and the lefty finish plus the foul with some of the Rockets' top players.
Well, to the average fan, it might not mean much, but if you're one of these family members as Russell gets all the way to the cup, it matters to them.
They rallied from 17 points down to take it 134-129 over Houston. Here they have the lead in the fourth quarter. Russell's 22 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds here today. Chris Clement
in Houston.
Austin Rivers, and the point, Clemens again. Taylor has it stripped, gets it back. Boucher with the tip in, all still loose. Here's Austin Rivers, takes the 3, and it's put back in by Gerald Green.
7 when he did that.
Yeah, Gerald Green, 12 years in the league, he can still jump really high.
Yeah. Still has the ups.
106-103, Rockets in the lead. Taylor finding Hernandez, dumping it down for Chris Boucher.
That's exactly what he did. That baseline was wide open, able to break the defense down with 2 passes.
Hardenstein finishing the alley-oop from Daniel House. You see the tandems forming in the West, but the Warriors are not the same.
Odds on right now to win it again. Back-to-back MVP.
0.8 seconds on the shot clock. Clemens hoists it up. The back tip, Rockets control again. McLemore hits the 3.
Good recognition by 5'5", getting that loose ball from the top of the key. Yeah, they shot some threes, Houston for sure, but the dribble drive was open too. Defense is not yet where they want to be.
Well, that'll close it out in Tokyo.